Alright guys, it's that time to get the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW podcast, hosted by Travesty.
I'm Dizzle J.
Guys, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we have a new friend here on the podcast. Somebody who's replacing an old friend who we're going to miss dearly. And that's my fucking hat.
Yeah.
That is my hat. Travesty has a brand new Travesty hat.
And it looks good, man.
12 years, man. 12 years the old hat did good to me.
You know, I don't think I've ever had a hat last that long.
No. When I was hung up on the wall, so it can be admired with all the great legends like Edge, Hillbilly Jim, Shawn Michaels, and all the other...
Nickelman.
Yeah. Selena Vega. Zelina. Perfect.
Watch out for Alistair.
Yeah. Guys, it's just me and Jay today. No Dally. Essential worker. So we're going to do what we always do, and that's produce great podcast gold in the wrestling world.
It's like we're the strap of the wrestling world.
We are the strap. We are. Plus, we got the Money in the Bank pay-per-view happening this Sunday, so obviously we got to do our predictions for the pay-per-view contest that we're doing between all three of us. That Jay is in last in. Right?
We constantly have to bring that up.
We have to. It's also in the show notes, so you see it every single week.
Oh, that's true, too.
Before we dive into all this, I just want to remind all you guys that this episode of Just Freakin Wrestling, the JFW podcast, is brought to you by ballwash.com. If you're a pro wrestler in the locker rooms and you realize, holy shit, what the hell is that smell? 9 times out of 10, it's probably your own junk. Ballwash.com is the best place for you to go to stop that horrendous odor that's protruding from your genitalia. You can find products there specifically for your scrotum, or actually all body wash.
I mean, they do everything for men.
That's right. Shampoos, conditioners, body wash. They even got baby powder you can slap on your taint there. It's a lotion kind of cream thing that goes on dry. It's nuts. It's amazing. Go to ballwash.com, guys. Check out all their merchandise. You can buy everything individually. You can also buy kits or even a subscription to Ballwash. That's right. Ballwash.com has individual products, kits, and subscriptions all available to you. And then when you go to the checkout and you go to check your cart, make sure you have all your products there ready to go. There's going to be a promo code section. In that promo code section, if you put the term FREAKNET, that's FREAKNET, all one word, you can save 15% on your entire order. That's right. FREAKNET promo code and a 15% entire order of ball wash. Just go to ballwash.com today and check it out.
Hot damn, 15%?
15%.
From hole to pole, right?
From hole to pole.
Man.
When it comes to your sack, they got your back.
I like that. It's like the only product you can promote and still be kind of nasty with it.
Yeah, well, they I believe they term it on their website. It's a goofy brand with a serious product.
Hey, I ain't knocking it.
No, fuck no. 15% off.
15% off.
Just using FreakNet.
Quality product.
That's right. Yeah. And just remind all you guys that Just Freak Wrestling is part of FreakNet Studios.
FreakNet
Studios. Make sure you check out freaknetstudios.com where you can find all 4 members of FreakNet Studios, such as Just Freak Wrestling, the JFW podcast. This freaking show hosted by Travesty and Cartoon Joe. We have Doug Ray Area, hosted by Sarge, and the brand new podcast Pretty Little Freaks, that's hosted by Jordan O. and Lowe. Guys, if I haven't mentioned you before, Pretty Little Freaks is a new podcast brought to you by FreakNet Studios, where women will read the anonymous submitted stories from our fans, and they will give their opinions and views on the situation that happened. It could be a bad date, it could be a bad relationship, and it ended poorly. It could be a funny date that you found awkward that you never thought that you'd ever go through. Submit all that to Pretty Little Freaks Podcast at yahoo.com. And
I love the raunchiness.
Right, yeah, they're pretty vulgar, but you know what? They're also hot, so they can do shit like that.
I mean, we could do shit like that.
Yeah, but then people will be bothered.
Hot and bothered?
No.
Just bothered.
Just a little bothered.
No.
Yeah, we can't do that. But you know what? The girls at Pretty Little Freaks can. And that podcast is now officially available on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. Just search Pretty Little Freaks Podcast.
Awesome.
Right?
Perfect. Oh, man.
Guys, we didn't put a show out last week, but not to worry. We are going to make it up to you. Because earlier today, I did do a 3-hour-long Southland Championship Wrestling Roundtable. I did one last month. It got released into a 3-part series. This one is no different. We have 3 hours of pure content where we got to sit down and talk to not only SCW stars, but we also got to talk to the fans of Southland Championship Wrestling. And on top of that, I got to talk to three-time SCW Heavyweight Champion Max Holiday. And before I go further, I know
how's Max doing?
He's doing incredible with his 3-time SCW Heavyweight Championship right there next one. Before I go any further, yes, I admitted on the live stream, and I'll admit right here, I marked out way too fucking much talking to Max Holiday. I fangirled the shit out of it. But you know what? It's okay because I'm a wrestling fan, and that's what I do.
Yeah.
So you're going to check out that series. It's going to be released in sections, of course, over the next coming month. And Southland Championship Wrestling Roundtable will be a monthly episode that is going to be released here through JFW. As soon as the wrestling world comes back to norm and we're able to do independent shows again, Southland Championship Wrestling Roundtable will turn into Southland Talk, where we will get together and we'll discuss the results and sit down and interview some of the participants of that month's show.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So we told you guys we're going to do something like that. We are going to bring it to you. And as soon as this COVID-19 pandemic thing is over and we're able to go to wrestling shows once again, Southland Talk will be a thing here on Just Freakin' Wrestling. Because with Freaks Like Studios, we are constantly trying to evolve and bring you guys more content day after day after day. That's why you catch this freaking show, Doug Gray Area, and Just Freakin' Wrestling doing live streams on Podbean as much as possible. So make sure you tune in for that. And enjoy all the products and all the content that Freakin' Studios has to offer.
I can't wait to get back to normal. I can't wait to have the crowds back in the arena, actual shows. Although I do believe that it's forced these companies to evolve just a little bit.
Yeah, it's given wrestlers, like, whether it be independent, whether it be WWE, AEW, Impact, and all that, it's making themselves more liable for putting themselves out there.
Good content.
Acting social media and shit like that.
Right.
So I'm really excited about, let's go ahead and dive into some of the results of the wrestling that happened this past week. And then I'll probably interrupt you and do some more plugs and shit.
Oh, yeah. What, business as usual.
Yeah. Guys, if you notice that the light dims on and off, I don't know why. So let's move on. Let it go. As Frozen said. Don't demonetize us.
I just said
this goes on YouTube now.
That's right.
Yeah. Raw opened up this week with a special MVP VIP lounge where he sat down and talked with the 3 Raw participants to the Money in the Bank ladder match. The women, last week he had the men on and that didn't turn out so well. So they had the women come out. And surprise, it once again did not turn out too well.
Shocking.
Following the MVP Lounge, they had a gauntlet match for the final spot in the Money in the Bank match at Money in the Bank. We had Bobby Lashley start out with Titus. Titus got pinned. Bobby moved on. Took on Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin got pinned. Bobby Lashley moved on. Faced Humberto Carrillo. Got himself disqualified because he's too aggressive. And Lana's not there to calm him down or cost him the match. So Humberto moves on from there. Took on Angel Garza, rolls Angel Garza up, and Garza gets eliminated. You had Austin Theory come out following that. Pinned Austin Theory, again another roll-up to move on from that. And then obviously we got the return of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, picking up the submission victory against Humberto Carrillo, making himself the final contender for the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been around since WrestleMania, right?
No. And following the match, he cut a promo saying, "I'm not a zombie. I'm not a ghost. I'm the real deal." And he actually went on to state that a Boneyard match doesn't have rules. So because of that, even though he got buried, he did not lose.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'll go with this. AJ Styles.
Yeah.
The greatest wrestler of 2010s. We showed that in our 100th episode a couple weeks ago. Guys, if you didn't check out the 100th episode, it was a couple weeks ago. That's going to be annoying as fuck.
Oh, that's going to drive you nuts.
I But it's okay. It's not okay.
It adds flair.
Yeah, I wonder what the hell. It's got to be haunting, really.
It has to be.
It has to be haunting. Budgets, folks.
Yeah.
Following the promo, Seth Rollins had an in-ring interview with Charlie. They discussed, obviously, his title match coming up this Sunday at Money in the Bank, saying that Drew, he's not a leader. It's not his destiny to lead Raw as champion. It's Seth Rollins' destiny. And obviously, they talked a little bit about the main event for Monday, which was Drew taking on Murphy. After that, we saw MVP in the back with Shane Thorne and Brendan Vink. Vink is his name. Put him over, gave him his endorsement and everything. They felt quite honored because, hey, it's MVP. Why not feel honored about it? Vink and Thorne took on Ricochet and Cedric Alexander. I guess they're known as Two Fly. Think about that for a minute, folks. Two Fly toilet paper.
T-O-O?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. As means also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or too sweet. Too cool. Too short. I believe that's a rapper.
It is a rapper.
Okay. I wouldn't know.
He wishes he was taller.
Vink and Thorne picked up the victory. Vink had he picked up the victory with a big boot. It was a pretty awesome boot. Almost test-like. Almost test-like. But picking up a win against Ricochet and Cedric Alexander is, it's a pretty huge moment. That is something.
Yeah, I believe the win over Ricochet probably holds a little more ground than Cedric Alexander, though.
Well, yeah, that's Prince Puma.
People are just now figuring out that he's Prince Puma.
Yeah, I saw that on the Wrestling fan page. See, how did you not know?
The tattoos are all the same. Right?
You think Rock got small and fucking went to Lucha Underground? Following that match, we had the Street Profits taking on the Viking Raiders, being called out by the Viking Raiders. Non-title match, just called out and accepted. The Viking Raiders picked up the win. It's no doubt. It's the fucking Viking Raiders.
Right?
Yeah. War Raiders. Viking experience.
Identity crisis.
Yes.
That's probably a pretty good match.
Yeah. Sarah Logan's husband, who's still employed, but she's not. Yeah. A lot of couples broke up over that, over those releases. Yeah. Lana and Rusev.
I heard they broke up in real life, though.
I don't think they did.
No?
No. Nothing's real anymore.
It's all imaginary.
Yeah, it's all COVID.
COVID.
Charlotte came out, cut a promo, talking about, obviously, her match with Io Shirai that Wednesday for NXT. Liv Morgan came out and gave a good promo, cut a good promo on Charlotte, but unfortunately just said the same things everyone else has. You know, it's like, oh, you were handed this, you're given that, you know, you had a daddy who put you at the front of the line. Well, I didn't have a daddy who gave me anything at all. There was a cool moment in it where it felt like she was about to go PG-13, but she stuck with PG, where she's like, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon shoved right up my mouth. Catchy. Like it. Loved it. Because we know she wasn't going to say ass.
Yeah.
She could.
I
believe ass was okay to say.
They can say bitch.
Right? Anyways. Because of that, Charlotte and Liv Morgan had a match against each other. It was a pretty good match. Charlotte did pick up the win, obviously, because they need that big push going into her title match this coming Wednesday. Following that, Drew McIntyre and Murphy in their main event. Drew picked up the win. Following that, got super kicked by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins picks up the belt, getting ready to stomp him, which Drew defended himself, kind of came back. Rollins rolled out of the ring, and Raw came to a close. Some good points. Not a great Raw, but again, Raw has been rough, obviously, without the fan base there.
Right.
But all in all, still not a bad outing. Some good promos. We're getting wrestlers and stuff who are getting more involved on TV, like Titus and Shelton Benjamin. So all in all, it was a good showing for Raw.
See, these guys are getting the TV time because everybody else can't.
Yes, I do. I'll tell you right now, if it was a normal thing, we'd be worrying about Roman Reigns being on Raw with both Universal and WWE titles.
Right.
Which I hear he might not even be coming back.
Really?
I hear a lot of rumors.
I heard that it was time for him to go. Time for him to leave the WWE and probably pull like a Drew McIntyre.
There's nowhere for him to go to come back to WWE.
Yeah.
Impact isn't as big as when Drew went. If he goes to AEW, WWE probably won't want him back.
I don't.
Ring of Honor ain't putting on shows right now.
Ring of Honor has been.
And I don't know about NWA. What's the NWA going?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they have studio.
Yeah. And then obviously New Japan is there too, but Roman won't do good in New Japan.
No.
Speaking of, what's next? Impact?
Impact.
Yeah, let's do some Impact.
All right. Well, Sami Callihan did come back after his brutal match.
That's who I was thinking about earlier. I didn't know Sami Callihan was in NXT.
Yeah. Oh, did you see that thing I posted?
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
His name was, what was his name? Was Solomon something.
Oh, shit, you know what? Guys, if you haven't had a chance yet to pick up any of our merchandise, all you gotta do is go to tpublic.com, TEPUBLIC.com, search JFW, and you can get some pretty sweet merchandise. What kind of merchandise you think about? Well, let me tell you. If you look on this table and look at us, you got a JFW coffee mug. You got a Freakin Studios coffee mug. You got a JFW coffee mug. You got a JFW t-shirt. That's over there. Yeah, it's so weird. Look at the screen.
I know. I almost did this. I was like, wait.
You got the JFW t-shirt. You have Freakin as my second favorite F4 t-shirt. And you got the Travesty Dizzle J 2020 Make Wrestling Great Again shirt. You also got the new JFW logo t-shirt. And Dizzle J, Mr. 33%, graffiti style, peace sign, horns up. Dizzle J, Mr. 33%, brick fucking wall t-shirt. It's all available at tpublic.com, TEPUBLIC.com. Pick a design. Pick what kind of merchandise you want to design on, get it shipped to your house, and enjoy the satisfaction of knowing that not only did you get yourself an amazing gift, you helped out the podcast as well.
These are amazing shirts. They don't shrink. as we are bigger dudes.
Yeah, fat as fuck.
Who normally you buy a t-shirt and you probably get like maybe 5 good wears out of it.
Yeah.
And then it starts shrinking.
Yeah, no, these
have held up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So make sure you check it out. Again, TeePublic, TEEPUBLIC.com. Search JFW and get your merch. Go on.
All right.
Yeah, we're good right now.
So Sami Callihan came back after having his brutal match with Ken Shamrock a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be weird because he basically broke ties with OVE. So where his future lies next is beyond me.
Yeah, maybe it's time for like a rebranding of Callihan.
I don't think you can rebrand Callihan. I think Callihan is...
Well, I mean, look what The Undertaker did between the Ministry and American Badass. If you do it right...
If you do it right, yes.
Yeah.
But The Undertaker always kind of held true to
the Dead
Man.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. The first match was Jake Chris and Madman Fulton versus Triple XL, AC Romero, and Larry D. Winner, Triple XL. Let's see. Johnny Swinger versus Suicide. Winner was Suicide. I love that he's... I don't know if this is still TJP in the Suicide. Because I know it has been a couple different people.
I think it is.
But I'd always liked this character.
Yeah.
Only because, like, the goofy shit he does.
Well, and I know a lot of people, like, had an issue with a wrestler being called Suicide, but I think the whole point of Suicide's creation was to acknowledge that suicide's a real thing, not to mock it in any way.
Right, exactly.
So,
but I think at the same time, to me, it just...
I wasn't a fan of Manic.
No, I thought Manic was stupid.
Yeah.
I think the suicide gimmick is like he's willing to kill himself to put on a good show.
Yeah.
Basically. We had Cousin Jake versus Joseph P. Ryan.
Cousin Jake.
Yeah. Joseph P. Ryan took up the win. I think they still have crowds in these shows because they did tape ahead of time. I did not watch this. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, my DVR is not liking it. The North versus the Creeps. The North wins. I don't know if you've seen The North.
No.
Check them out. They're a pretty decent tag team.
I wish I had the channel that TNA was on, or Impact. I heard they're bringing back TNA. I heard TNA title's back.
TNA is coming back for one night only.
But they brought the TNA title back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moose came out with it from somewhere.
Fucking Moose.
Not a fan.
No.
I don't know if it's his speech that doesn't do it for me. He's pretty decent in the ring. Mm-hmm. But I don't like his mic skills. I think his mic skills are garbage. I think he needs to have a mouthpiece.
I can see that.
And
oh God, what the hell is that guy's name? Come on, who's that guy? Paul Erling.
Yeah.
Ellering?
Ellering.
I think that'd be a good manager for Moose.
I mean, if
Teddy
Moose,
Long.
Teddy Long would be a great manager. Teddy Long would be a
good one. Fucking Ron Simmons.
Damn.
Right? That's all between the two. Just one fucking word.
Let me holler at you. Damn. Exhibition Championship, Willie Mack, the champion, versus Ace Austin versus Chris Bay. Willie Mack ended up taking up the win with a 6-star frog splash. That does it for Impact Wrestling. If you have not checked out Willie Mack,
Willie Mack from Lucha. I love Willie Mack.
Man, he is one of those big dudes that can go. And hopefully one day, he'll be somewhere other than Impact.
I see him in AEW. I could see him really shining in AEW. I think that he get lost in the shuffle. Because he's a great wrestler, he just doesn't have a great gimmick. And if you don't have a great gimmick, you really can't get over in WWE.
What I missed from Lucha is was it Long Shot, or he was like a sniper. He had the sniper thing over his eye.
That I don't remember. I miss Son of Havoc.
Son of Havoc
I really liked.
And I mean the other two are in AEW.
Is Ivelisse in AEW?
I don't know if Ivelisse is. I think Ivelisse is actually WWE.
Yeah, I think Ivelisse is in WWE. The one guy that they're triple tag team champion with, he's in AEW.
Yeah.
He's with a new partner.
Angelico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
NXT opened up with Gargano taking on Dijakovic. We got the new Johnny Gargano, the evil, darker Johnny Gargano. Pretty nice entrance music. Yeah. If you haven't got a chance to check it out. Gargano picked up the win. Dijakovic was distracted by Gargano's wife, Candice LeRae. Gargano picked up the win. All in all, good match.
That's a decent distraction.
It was a great opening too. It was a great opening. Great opening to NXT. Tozawa took on Geller in the Cruiserweight tournament. Tozawa picked up the win over Jack Gallagher. Xia Li took on Chelsea Green. There was a distraction by Aaliyah, where Xia Li ended up losing against Chelsea Green.
Huh.
Yeah. We got the debut of Karrion Kross. Killer Kross in Impact, but Karrion here because NXT is still PG. He debuted with Scarlett, which I believe is Scarlett Boudreaux, right?
Scarlett Boudreaux in
Impact, so she's here as Scarlett. The entrance is probably one of the coolest entrances I've seen in NXT in a while. NXT has incredible entrance music and really good entrances for even the simplest of what they are capable of doing now.
Wow.
It's a really cool entrance. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Scarlett enters in front of Kross. She's lip syncing a lot of the lyrics. It's really fucking cool. Enjoy it. He took on Leon Ruff. It was a squash match. I'm not a big fan of squash matches when you're making a debut with somebody. If you really believe someone's powerful, put them up against somebody who maybe isn't a main eventer, but maybe a little more well-known. Maybe like a Cameron Grimes or something like that. Grimes picked up Karrion Kross picked up the victory with a submission, I believe, cross jacket. So, good submission. Charlotte Flair put the NXT Women's Championship on the line against Io Shirai. Shirai picked up the victory, but was by disqualification from Charlotte when she attacked her with the kendo stick. So, held on to the title, but Io Shirai does hold a victory over the champion.
So she's got to get another rematch.
She's got to. Hopefully soon. Probably SummerSlam. Maybe SummerSlam. Probably won't be at Money in the Bank. There I made the match card. Yeah. Kushida took on Jake Atlas in another Cruiserweight tourney match. Kushida picked up the victory against Jake Atlas. The following match was a Cameron Grimes versus Denzel Pujone. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. Pujabi. Now it's like Pujane. I don't even know.
Punjabi?
Yeah. Before the match started, Finn Balor did come out onto the entrance stage and proclaimed to everybody that he's going to find out who his attacker is and he's going to squash him. So, very eager to see how that storyline works out. Very eager to see how it plays out in general.
So I take it he got out of Ireland, huh?
Seems so. Seems like he got back. Cameron Grimes picked up the victory over Denzel. And then finally, the main event of the evening, Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream for the NXT Heavyweight Championship, which Cole picked up the victory and retained the title. Still making him the longest reigning NXT champion in history.
Cole's amazing.
I fucking love Adam Cole. I don't think there's anyone to hold the title other than him right now. And if they do, he'll just win it back.
Yeah, he's still rolling around with Undisputed Era, right?
That is true. That is true. Yeah, Undisputed Era. Boom. Adam Cole, baby.
Adam Cole.
Baby.
Which worked for everybody else at the show but me when I did it.
Every time, too.
Every fucking time.
Every time.
AEW Dynamite.
Guys, I just want to let you know that this episode of Just Freak Wrestling is also brought to you by Audible.com. Now, if you're just like me and a huge fan of stories and history, you're just not a huge fan of reading about it yourself, well, Audible.com is the best place for you to go. It's a one-stop shop for all audio books. Huge fan of wrestling? They have wrestling books. All you got to do is go to audibletrial.com/freaknet today. Sign up for a 30-day free trial and a credit to your first book purchase. That's right. 30 free days and a credit to your first book purchase. All you gotta do is go to audibletrial.com/freaknet. Sign up today.
Good.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. AEW Dynamite opens up with Cody versus the returning Joey Janela, the bad boy.
I heard MJF is injured.
I heard MJF was injured too. I follow him on Facebook and he's like, we'll get through this.
But yeah, Joey Janela made a return. I have been watching AEW.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Ever since Jake came back, sold.
I believe that they have put on a better show without an audience than WWE has.
Yeah.
And I think the difference making is having their wrestlers at the ringside.
Don't like that.
I like that.
I don't like that. I can see why you would like it. I can see why people would like it. I don't think it really does much for me. Anyways, go ahead. Joey Janela.
Yeah, but Joey and Cody had a back and forth match. I mean, these two just tore the roof off the joint. Cody ended up picking up the win. He's on his way to win the first ever TNT championship.
Will he, though?
I don't know.
He won't.
I don't think so. No. Now that Rose came back, she defeated Kenzie Page. I'm not too sold on Rose. To me, she's like Awesome Kong Light.
Yeah. It's I know AEW has a pretty good women's roster.
Yeah.
It's just not an established roster yet.
I don't think we see enough of their women's roster.
No.
But with only 2 hours to put everybody on.
Yep.
Then you have Moxley versus Frankie Kazarian. This is back and forth. Moxley defeated Kazarian. Yeah, Moxley is just all over.
He's getting over pretty good.
And they're just letting him have. Mm-hmm. Here, just do this. This is what you're going to do.
Well, they trust him.
Yeah.
They trust him to stay within the limitations of what they're allowed. And he doesn't exceed that. He respects the business enough to give just enough. I mean, Jericho's the same way.
Jericho pushed a little bit, but Jericho's got that. He's got that.
He knows what a line is.
That legendary status to where he'll get away with a little bit more.
Yeah, it's one of those things where like Moxley is in eye shot of that line. Jericho just puts his toe over like in bowling. The buzzer will go off, but To what extent should you really foul somebody?
Jericho's like, oh, my bad.
Right?
My bad.
Oops.
I lost the title. My bad. QT Marshall versus Lance Archer. Guys, if you haven't checked out Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk Monster.
Yeah. I like QT Marshall, too.
QT Marshall's pretty good, too. Yeah. But, I mean, I remember Lance Archer as Lance Hoyt from the Rock and Rave connection. It was something like that. It was stupid. That's what it was. And I'm glad to see him evolve into this. Archer defeated Marshall. Big surprise there.
Yeah, I think the coolest thing, though, is what followed with Brandy and Jake.
I didn't see that.
I believe, didn't Jake bring the snake out and throw it over Brandy? Or am I thinking of last week?
It might have been the week before.
Ooh, my bad.
Street fight. Broken Matt Hardy versus Kenny Omega versus Le Sex Gods.
Le Sex Gods.
Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho.
Le Sex Gods. Perfect.
Jericho.
Because when you have a name for a faction, and the thing needs a name for a tag team within that faction. Cool.
It's Jericho.
Cool.
Jericho does whatever he wants to do. Jericho and Guevara defeated Omega and Hardy. And that's to close the show. I think these cats they're gonna come along and they're gonna do hot, but to me it's still I'm still not a fan of the no-sell.
Nah, I'm still hoping to see that blood and guts match. And I know they're putting it off until they're able to get fans again. It's just some dumb shit they're doing. These Sex Gods fucking ruined it for me. I was all on board with Jake and the Snake, and the Sex Gods came in.
Jake looks good.
Yeah, fuck yeah, it's DDP Yoga, bro.
Did it put him okay?
I really wish you guys sponsored me so I could talk more about you. Wink, hint, nudge, right? SmackDown, let me run through this real quick. Sonya Deville defeated Mandy. The Miz and Morrison, along with the Forgotten Sons. Huge fans of Forgotten Sons. So happy they made it to SmackDown. The two teams defeated Lucha House Party and the New Day in an 8-man tag. Jeff Hardy came out and had an interview during his return back to SmackDown. He was mocked by Sheamus, saying that no one really cares about you. Jeff's all like, the fans will appreciate me. And Sheamus is all like, what fans, fella? Or whatever Irish accent.
What fans, fella?
There we go, thanks. Jeff got over on him because when he come out to attack him, Jeff got over on him. Obviously, Jeff Hardy's music played. Interesting to see two different Hardys do their thing at two different shows. I mean, we saw it a little bit when Jeff was still in WWE and Hardy made his way back to Impact, but this is a little bit different.
I mean, to me, it's time for Hardy to go. So you can almost say the same thing about Sheamus too, but
I say about a lot of people.
Yeah,
maybe we'll do that next week.
Who needs to go?
Yeah, because we've done it before. We'll update it.
Yeah,
we can update it. Wyatt and Strowman had a following promo after a commercial break. Strowman called out Bray. Bray said, "Come home, Braun." Showed him the black sheep mask. Braun's all like, "I am home. And at Money in the Bank, you're going to get these hands." Because that's Strowman. Doesn't need to say much. Just enough. Tamina and Lacey Evans defeated Bayley and Sasha. And then Corbin, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro defeated Gulak, Bryan, and Otis in a 6-man tag.
So, is he fighting The Fiend, or is he fighting Bray Wyatt?
I think he's just fighting Bray Wyatt.
So he's going to win.
We'll find out. Because we're about to do our predictions.
Da-da-da.
That I've done.
Yeah. Some other slacker didn't.
Yeah. So, I'm going to let you pick first.
Yeah.
There is one match here that I forgot to put down. I'm going to write down real quick here. So, there we go. Perfect. Okay, let me open up my book.
Is that a JFW book?
It's a JFW notebook available at tpublic.com. Just by searching JFW. Okay, And then I will go ahead and I'll get Dally's predictions from her later today, so we have them, so she could be included in this prediction thing.
We should ever bring us back some cupcakes from her work.
Right, it's the least she could do.
Right.
Because she ain't here. Okay.
So you can't say that about me. I bring you stuff for my job randomly.
Okay, first match. Hardy versus Cesaro. Singles match. Who you got?
It's probably going to be fucking Hardy.
Okay. I also picked Hardy. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooks, Lacey Evans, and Carmella.
Baszler.
Okay, I picked Baszler as well. Baszler.
I think it's stupid they didn't put her over on Becky at WrestleMania.
I was okay with that. I would have been okay if Brock won a WrestleMania. I would have been okay if Goldberg won a WrestleMania. I would rather these people win the titles when there's fans to react to it.
Okay, I give you that.
Okay. Men's Money in the Bank. We got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Baron Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles.
Ooh.
Okay, there we go. Now we're good.
I'll go Styles.
Me too. Styles. Universal Championship. Strowman versus Wyatt.
Strowman.
I also went with Strowman. I feel like Dally's going to win this one. SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Tamina.
Bayley.
Okay.
As much as I'd like to see Tamina win it, though, but...
Yeah, I was a big Bayley. So... WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins.
Drew.
I also picked Drew. Yeah, we're going to be the same. Yeah. Well, maybe there's two more. There is still two more. Fatal 4-Way match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We got the New Day taking on Miz and Morrison, taking on Forgotten Sons, taking on Lucha House Party.
Miz Morrison.
Yeah, me too. It's going to come down to this final match. Singles match. R-Truth versus MVP.
R-Truth.
Cool, I picked MVP. So it's going to come down to R-Truth and MVP to decide.
So the pre-show match will know if we win or lose.
Yeah, pretty much. Right? As soon as MVP gets that win, I already know I beat Dizzle J.
Okay.
I do believe, I think Dally would be pretty similar to our choices. I think, if I had to guess, I think the only thing she would do is she'd pick Wyatt over Strowman and New Day in the Fatal 4-Way.
Now, what's been going on? I've been hearing that there's a hacker or something in WWE.
Yeah, it's CM Punk.
Is it?
I mean, why wouldn't it be? It'd be the greatest thing for Punk to come back to.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you check out our Patreon. That's patreon.com/JFW podcast. We mentioned it before. Several different tiers to choose from. Everything from $1 to $15. Every tier, as the amount of the tier increases, the gifts and rewards for the tier increase as well. So make sure, again, you check out patreon.com/JFW podcast today. Sign up for it and help out the podcast.
Become an investor. Finger guns.
Jay, what is our match of the week?
Match of the week is Killer Kross versus Funny Bone. I went and found Killer Kross because he made his NXT debut.
Karrion
Kross. If you're unfamiliar with this man is just, what did I say? He had that natural, like, kind of badass look to him.
Yep.
Like, he's a mean mug. He had the cool Hitman gimmick and Impact, like the video game. I don't know if you're familiar, but check him out. It's a nice little even a cage match.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
excellent. Guys, make sure you check out our podcast every single week. iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean for the audio version of the show, just by searching JFW Podcast. Or if you feel the need to watch the video podcast, which you should. It's us.
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube at Just Freakin' Wrestling Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube so you know when the shows get dropped. Of course, we are on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching JFW Podcast. And make sure you follow all the additional podcasts for our Freaknet Studios, like This Freakin' Show, Doug Ray Area, and Pretty Little Freaks Podcast. Because all four of us make up Freaknet Studios, and that is a good thing.
Freaknet
Studios. That's all I got.
Time to ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travis C.
I'm Dizzle J.
And thank you for listening to our episode of Just Freakin' Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.
Peace.